afternoon, everyone. Can we all hear me, please? Please, if you can hear me, you can just let me know. Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We are all welcome to HangarTalk. Thank you very much for taking your time to come to attend this webinar. And we are going to start now. My name is Mayowa Ibiyo. I'm the community manager, and I also have the founder of VAMEC on this call, Mr. Bright. So, we are actually very excited to have you all here in this season, and the title of what we want to talk about, I'm sure that everybody knows it already, from training to the anger, what every young AME needs to know. And this conversation was actually put together to bridge the gap between what we learn during the training, that is during the mentorship program, and what actually happens. It's about people that has been in the industry for years to share their experiences, their lesson, and then the practical insights that will help you to navigate your journey as an AME. And I want to make a special welcome to our speakers. Thank you very much for taking your time to pour into the next generation, and to everyone in attendance, especially our HangarDrive mentees. I'm sure that we have some mentees on this call already. Thank you so much for showing up. And please feel free to be attentive as we want to start this webinar, and also take notes, ask questions, and when the floor is open, because there'll be time for question and answer. So please, let's make it worth it and impact. It really took a lot to come together to organize this webinar. So let's the season worth it. And once again, I'll say welcome to the HangarTalk. And any question that you have, probably you've been wondering about some things, you can just write it down. When it's time for question and answer, we're going to answer you. Once again, welcome and thank you for joining. So just not to take too much of our time, I'm going to be, I don't know if they are on the call yet, but I'm sure we all saw the flyer. I'm going to be introducing our guest speaker. Mrs. Anu Ojeomi is one of our guest speakers. And we also have engineer Abubakar Radda as one of our guest speakers. And we also have engineer Mayowa Ibiyo as our guest speaker. And our host is Mr. Bright, which is the founder of VAMEC. So let's get started. Before I continue, please, can you hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear so that I will know if I'm not talking to myself?
Yes.
Yes, loud and clear from here.
We can hear you well.
All right. Thank you very much for the feedback. So let's kickstart. So the first thing we are going to go on is we are going to be talking on career visibility and CV preparation. Career visibility and CV preparation. And our speaker for that topic is you should guess now, but don't worry, there'll be time for that. But then our speaker for our first section, which is career talk, is Mrs. Anu Ojeomi. Please, Ma, you on the call?
She's Miss Anu Ojeomi.
Ojeomi.
All right. So before we bring them up to talk, first of all, I want to first thank everybody for being here. My name is Engineer Bright Ibeli, and seeing everybody here really makes me happy. It shows that there's a space for us to discuss, and a lot of people are interested in this discussion. and it makes me really happy because that is what VAMEC is all about. We want to create a platform where aircraft maintenance engineers can talk and discuss things that correlate with us, share problems, solve our problems by sharing our experiences and things that we've gone and helping other people to, scale through these challenges. And on this meeting, the major reason why we we want this Hanger Talk, right, is because during the mentorship program, we realized that, most of the questions we get from mentees is based on this same particular topic. Everybody wants to know how it is, how they can get through to the ramp, whether you are a student or whether you are new graduate or maybe you are just totally new to the industry at large. So a lot of people, just the major goal is to be in the field and working and living the dream that you want. But there's an uncertainty in this because you don't know what lies ahead. You don't know what you need to do to get to where you need to be. So this is the reason why we are setting up this particular Hanger Talk event. So now, for this session, we decided to bring in people who are very, very experienced on each of these topics that we've selected to talk about. Miss Anu Ojewumi, she's very popular on LinkedIn. Everybody know her. When she wants to talk, she introduce herself. And we have Engineer Radda, who is a very experienced, well educated and exposed engineer in the industry. And he has the passion to help everybody, help people with the knowledge that he has. So we can't think of a better person to fill this spot. And we have Engineer Mayowa, who is a very hands-on person. He's very cool. He's always also on LinkedIn too. You can search him out, Mayowa Ibiyo, and he's going to be helping us with the skills that you need to survive, to succeed in the industry, while Engineer Radda will take us through the various careers, the various fields that you can venture into in the industry. So I don't know if Miss Annie is here. If she's here, please unmute and so we can kick off. We want to keep to time and we want to make sure we don't take too much of people's time. So because the major segment is the question and answer, because we know a lot of people would have questions. So we want to keep that section very wide so people can ask their specific questions and we can all provide answers to their questions.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Miss Annie is currently on the line. Thank you very much, Engineer Bright, for inviting me to speak. I'm sincerely grateful for the opportunity. I don't know if everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak once again. I am sincerely grateful. So, when Engineer Bright reached out to the webinar we're having, I was honored, and I want to sincerely appreciate Engineer Bright. He's one of our brightest engineers at AirPeace, and he's doing very, very good. So, I am Anolwa for Ojabumi. I'm currently a non-destructive testing trainee at AirPeace, and I have a mechanical engineering background, and most of my experience is in the aviation industry, from ARI to one-dot aviation in maintenance, aircraft maintenance, basically. And I'm currently with AirPeace as a non-destructive testing technician. Basically. So today I will be speaking on LinkedIn for aircraft maintenance engineers. Speaking on LinkedIn for aircraft maintenance engineers, and I sincerely apologize for not preparing a slide presentation ahead because I've had so many things, but I wanted to speak. I always like when I get the opportunity to speak with young people to encourage them and share with them experiences. I'm so sorry for the background noise. Experiences like my own experiences and also opportunities for how they can advance their career in the industry. So the first thing I will be speaking on is LinkedIn. So the first thing is, what is LinkedIn? I know we all have like ideas of what LinkedIn is. So it's one professional platform. It's what this is not that. I personally see LinkedIn as a professional social media for career advancement and progression. A professional social media for career advancement and progression. And it's not like a normal Twitter or a normal Instagram. Most of the time when you can just go and say anything, most people they have like LinkedIn is a very serious platform. There are opportunities with which you can leverage that in other platforms like Instagram or Facebook or even Twitter, as the case may be. So the number of people on LinkedIn, there are about 1 billion plus people on LinkedIn. It's not more by now, because last time I heard there was like 1 billion plus people on LinkedIn. So, but now we'll probably be way more than that. And we have so many people from so many different niches: engineers, medical doctors, so many different niches on LinkedIn. And most of the time, we engineers feel that, oh yes, LinkedIn is for probably the social media people, or it's for the digital marketing people, or it's for the tech people. It's not. I can attest to you for a fact that through LinkedIn, I got like all my jobs, like only my first internship, every other paid opportunity I've had, I got it through LinkedIn. So and I'm an engineer, so I can tell you truly that LinkedIn is a platform that young aircraft maintenance engineers must understand. You must understand how to use it. One, you must understand the goal, the main reason why you're using LinkedIn, and also learn to network properly with the right people on LinkedIn. So now that we've gone through introduction, this is basically introduction to LinkedIn, what LinkedIn is, why you need to use LinkedIn for your career advancement and growth. We are going to be going into how to use LinkedIn. So what I'm going to start with how to use LinkedIn is, what is the reason you are on LinkedIn? If you cannot define the reason why you are on LinkedIn, you would not utilize LinkedIn properly, because you need to have a goal in mind. The goal might be, most for everybody, it's always either to advance their career or to grow their business. It's always that too for most people. And some people to recruit based on the organization, some people to recruit. So when we go to these two main factors of why you're on LinkedIn, to advance your career and to grow your business, we now come into the objectives of being on LinkedIn. So to advance your career is the main point. Now the objectives are things you can do that would make you achieve that particular point. For instance, now advancing your career means to get a new job, to get a promotion, to add certifications. All those things, there are steps you can take to advance your career. To grow your business means you get more visibility, you get more customers, you have more reach. Probably you have like your like probably you in your organization you have things that you do. You want to share with a wider audience, a professional audience. You want people to even you want to recruit as a business. You definitely want to recruit people. This is one of the reasons why you need to be on LinkedIn. So the first thing as an AME, an aircraft maintenance engineer, that you need to know is that you need to decide your points, your major aim of being on LinkedIn, and the objectives that are under that aim. So for most of the people here, I believe are entry level, probably you're still in your universities, how to start on LinkedIn is defining those goals. You're in school, you want to get that internship, you want to get a job after school, you don't want to wait so long. That's for you for using LinkedIn. So then the next thing is, how do I start? You see, most of us, we overcomplicate things. It's just like, oh, I went to LinkedIn one day, I saw so many people posting, some people had 100 likes, some people had like some people had 1 million likes, some people had this, some people had that. Then we start overcomplicating this. Yeah, how many followers do I have? I don't even have 100 followers. I don't even have 20 followers. You start overcomplicating things, make it so difficult, so inaccessible for yourself. I think at that point is where you lose on LinkedIn because you're already going in with a losing mentality. What I do, I have about 20K followers, but what I do is first of all my mentality. When I go into LinkedIn, I'm like, if people can win, when I see people win, yes, to a very large extent, it would also still weigh me down. I'm like, this person already has done this, this person has done this, this person already 20 something years old. What I tell myself is, if this person can achieve this thing, then me can do better, or me if I can achieve it. This person does not have two heads. Our parents used to tell us that people don't have two, people are collecting funds does not have two heads. Actually, they don't have two heads. It's just probably their strategy of reading is different, or the strategy of doing things is different. But the first thing is understanding why you want to go on LinkedIn and how to get started. Go with a winning mentality. You see, going with a winning mentality, it sounds so simple, it sounds so minute, it sounds so trivial, but it is very important when you go on LinkedIn because that is what will save you from burnout at some point in your LinkedIn journey. So the first thing is going with a winning mentality. The second thing is going into LinkedIn. Before I even teach you going into LinkedIn in itself, the second thing I'm going to also tell you is you need to understand the platform. If you don't understand something, you cannot utilize it well for your personal use. You cannot utilize it well for your career use. If you do not understand, you need to understand. It is important to understand LinkedIn. How do you understand LinkedIn? You don't understand LinkedIn from scrolling. You can't understand LinkedIn from scrolling because you might come in contact with very educational posts that would help you, but you do not understand LinkedIn from scrolling solely. From scrolling. I hope everyone is still hearing me.
Yes,
Hello?
positive.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, Annie, I
So you
can
don't
hear you.
understand. Okay, thank you very much. So you don't understand LinkedIn from just scrolling on LinkedIn. No, you do not. You understand LinkedIn from actually taking active steps to understand LinkedIn. What are the active steps of understanding LinkedIn? I always recommend watching videos. If you go on YouTube today, there are 1,000,001 videos that will teach you how to. Of you guys will go on LinkedIn and be like, oh, people are making this, people are making waves, people are doing this, people are doing that. There is nothing that you cannot learn on the internet. I am a professional writer. I write for I don't even write for Nigerian companies. But all my writing, I learned it online. I learned digital marketing online myself. I learned writing online myself. I learn online in this age. There is nothing you cannot learn online. You can learn how to use LinkedIn online. I learned how to use LinkedIn online, and I follow a few people. I think Fatima Khan. Fatima, then Khan. She gave me so many tips that I'm saying this so that you guys can actually go. I can probably just send a name and a link to Engineer Bright so you guys can go. There's Yasmin Ali. Both of them are people that I follow and I learn from them a lot. Fatima taught me some new tips to try, not personally on a post, some new tips to try for LinkedIn. And my LinkedIn reach this year has been superb. I've not been able to implement it fully because I'm juggling so many things currently now. But for a week, for the first 2-3 weeks of posting this year, that I was able to fully implement it. I was having about 700, 600 likes consistently because the number of impressions were higher. So you need to learn how to use LinkedIn because a lot of people have gone through the struggle for you. You don't need to go through the struggle of learning how to use LinkedIn again. So that's number 2 of understanding how to use LinkedIn. Number 3, the best way to utilize LinkedIn is when you are doing something in your own personal life. I tell people LinkedIn is like a social proof of what you are doing in your career, basically. So if you're not doing anything in your career, there is nothing to show for it. So you have to put in work in doing things in your career, in pushing things in your career, so that you can have things to show for it on LinkedIn. Because if you're not doing anything in your career, there's nothing to put on your profile, there's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to share about. Then comes the next big question most of you people face. Everybody faces it. I still face it. everyone continues to take it to the time they stop using LinkedIn. What should I post? A lot of us here are engineers. Like engineering is one of the biggest industries because you do new things every day. You do things people don't know. Like people would literally ask me, "This, how is this? This, how does this look like? Can you? How many people are them that they play in this Nigeria? Share your day-to-day activities. That's what I do. I share my day-to-day activities. Almost anything can be content. I was having a very minor discussion with someone one day, and they just do something. Like, it wasn't like, got me about almost like 800 likes or something. As that when I checked it last, it was about 700 likes. The post was like, the person was telling me that as a woman, since I'm in engineering, I'm a man, and that was the beginning of my post. I said, not all women in it. I said, women in engineering are not men. That was the beginning of my post. So there is not the content. At work, they make fun of me because they'll be like, what's this something like this? People that know what I do on LinkedIn, they'll be like, and I was like, this is content. I like the content for the week. And that is it. Anything that happens, what you learn is through content. Like to create content. There is content everywhere. You can now use, before I can now advise this, it's a lot of times I even forget. And to be very honest, I don't implement this yet, but I plan to. And that's what I'm going to be telling you guys. I'm going to be spilling all the secrets, LinkedIn secrets for you as much as I can on this session. So if sometimes it sounds like a bit too much, always have like a pen and paper with you. So when the content comes to mind, you can just write it down. Even if you don't always have a pen and paper, you can put it on your phone. Most of the time, your phone is always with you. So, okay. So, you know, so out this one. So basically, um, so basically, anything you can always write something from time to time on your notepad in your book that it is ideas, ideas, and later you can leverage AI and ChatGPT to AI and ChatGPT to basically structure your post. And in terms of AI, I will not even suggest ChatGPT. I'll suggest Claude AI. It's orange in color. It has like a star, CLAUDE.ai, Claude AI. It's much more better than any other type of AI that use content. And the next thing is don't just copy and paste your post from LinkedIn from AI. It is, I prefer to say it is very, very sickly, and I really hate it. Only if the post is actually natural. Or you say, when you put a post and like the ABCs of life. Obviously, you can never, on a normal day, you can never write the ABCs of life. You can just put that the ABCs, the basics of life. Sounds more human. Sounds human. I can always use humanizers like stealth AI to humanize it, provide much more humane content for you. Then adding pictures and videos, relevant pictures and videos is always important. Now, this is like the foundation. These are the foundation of how to use LinkedIn. Then now, the next thing is LinkedIn itself, like different foundations of LinkedIn. The next thing is LinkedIn itself. So I always structure LinkedIn into about three major areas. I'm so sorry that I'm not able to share my screen or put slides together. But if I would advise you, if you can go to your LinkedIn page, if your phone, can go to your LinkedIn page so that it's like a practical session that you can actually see how to do all these things and like see exactly what I'm about. So your LinkedIn, I always have the structure into three: the header, the body, and the ending. Header, the body, and the end. So the headers are things that are always visible whenever you make a comment, a post, anything on LinkedIn. And what are they? Your profile picture, your headline, and your name. A lot of people, I'll start with your profile picture. Your profile picture should be professional as possible. Yeah, I think as engineers, you don't need to wear suits. You don't need to wear suits as an engineer. You can just put on your engineering attire, professional things. You're looking clean, not after you just finish, not after you just finish a 12-hour shift. Before you do the 12-hour shift, so you're looking good, take the picture, a different background, and most likely a plain background is always preferable. Or most of the time, if you're in an aircraft, it's okay. So, but if you're still a student and you don't have access to all of these things, you can just wear a normal, not a round neck t-shirt. You're not a tech person. A tech person, a much more professional stuff might be okay for students. Then it should not be your entire picture. Nobody wants to know if you're tall or short, sorry. But like just like your head to your chest, like your mid chest level, your breast level, that's fine. Then now the next thing is your name. When I see people whose names start with small letters, it's already a red flag to me, a very big red flag. Your name should be in capital letters, your first name first. It sounds so trivial, like so, but I think all these things matter on the long run. So your name basically. Sorry for the background noise once again. So the background picture, that's the picture that is after your profile picture. Most of you put picture. That is nothing, not too impressive. It's not a matter of being not impressive. It's not impressive. You need to actually have like a customized background picture that you can use. A a customized background picture. It talks about you, describe your job titles and a mission statement or vision statement to anybody. It can be probably you are good in cards, you are good in this, you're good in that. You can use AI to generate all of these things and humanize them yourself. You don't have to do the hard getting work anymore. Like life is much more easier with AI. That's the truth. Like people are telling you abstain from AI, don't use AI. They are evil. They don't want us just to use AI. Just use it sensibly. Use it like a wise person, not just copying and paste. Copying and pasting is wrong. That is where the problem is. But try to make it like humanize it, use it good have you need good prompts. That's another thing. Prompting is very good. When I tell people when they ask me how to prompt, I always just tell them write it as detailed as possible to the last detail. Let the color be blue. Let it be 3 centimeters long. Let it be big. Let it be put in specific so that you can we're all engineers, boundaries, constraints are very important in engineering. But not be more than this, but do within this limit, but do within that limit. All those things, they are very, very, very important. So that's it for the background image. Then for the for your headline is always visible, and I think your headline should contain keywords, important keywords. And an aircraft maintenance engineer, there. Things like aerospace was there, things like aircraft, things like maintenance, things like propulsion, things like structures, things like repair, things like overhaul. All those key words must be there. Now there is a structure of how your headline should be. There are different structures. What is going to happen is I'm not going to be able to talk so much about it, but I'm going to send all what I'm mentioning, all the tools, I'm going to type them out and have them sent to Engineer Bright. So he will give it to you. All the two people you're supposed to follow on LinkedIn from this one, the cotton pay. The people you're supposed to follow. Oh, sorry, I'm a Yoruba girl. So you know you're going to follow on LinkedIn, the tools for your background image, you can always use Canva. I will always use Canva. I used to pay much on Canva. It's just 2,800 every month, and it's not so expensive. So it is something that you can afford. If you deny yourself 6 every month, you'll be able to afford Canva. So Canva, they can use on like unlimited templates and all. So Canva and Canva also has AI. So you can use Canva for your pick anything pictures or graphics that you need. You can use Cloud AI for the content. There are other AI tools, but I don't use so many AI. But they're all for your headline. What I always advise is your job title, your impact or the value that you do as a professional, and probably other things that you do as keywords. In no particular order. Although most of the time people prefer when your job title is first. For me now, if you go to my LinkedIn page, what you're going to see is everything now, CCMCET, aviation writer and marketer. Then after that, first are my job titles. Then next are the impacts that I give. Then lastly is like, okay, I'm an aerospace education advocate and I'm the founder of Young Aerospace Professionals Initiative. So now that is that. Then the next thing is your about section. Your about section is important to who you are and what you do. It gives an intro to who you are and what you do. And it should be, in as much as there is no plain format of an about section, I feel it's a way where you can tell your story of what makes, like, tell your story, basically. Although for me, what I have there is not telling my story. It just says what I do. It just goes and says what I do. You can, as I said, there is no exact story itself. So they put their story there. But you can always check on different people. So I feel that, see, look, if you are trying to get a new idea of how to write it will take a lot of time. So you can go through a lot of people. If you see someone's post on LinkedIn, person has about 300 and something like a post. What's the about section? Read what is there. See if there's anything you can take, one or two. But people will go to your profile and people will take. I've had so many people do so many online courses. When they post on LinkedIn, they don't even tag me. But I know fully well because I've seen them check my profile a few days before, and now they're posting the completed the course and completed earlier. So if there is you're not going to get any new thing that the world has not discovered somewhere. So instead of stressing yourself, you can always check other people's profile. And I won't say steal, but you can borrow or copy from there. So but make sure that in your about section there are keywords. The keywords choke, aerospace, aircraft maintenance, aircraft repair overall, all those things. Make sure you choke in that place because it will help your search engine optimization really. So, and also it's important to put your value statement, your mission statement, and also don't make it closed up. So many people write stories that once you open it, it's not closed up. You cannot read because it's too closed up. Let it be spaced out. And that's always advise listicles. Listicles are when you list it like, okay, one, and a space, two, then a space, three, then a space. If you go to my LinkedIn page, you see that's how it is listed. If you search for Annie or Jerumi, you see that's how it is listed. Everything is spaced out. So it's easier to just pull through, and that's how your LinkedIn post should also be. Then the next thing is your skills. You need to add relevant skills like aircraft maintenance, aircraft repair, aviation maintenance, propulsion system, and combustion system. All those things are relevant skills. But I know some of you will be doing continuous and computer aided design or drawing. You can put your card and all those things there too in your skills. Just put as many skills that you have as possible. Skills like don't forget to put your soft skills like leadership, teamwork, and all the like. Then the next thing is new posting on LinkedIn. Like I mentioned earlier on posting, but I will be a bit more in depth here. Your post should be able to resonate with people. In as much your post is your experience, one thing I will tell you for a fact is you're not the only one going through the experience that you have. So many people are going through that similar experience in the industry. So share your experience, share the problems you have. People will be able to relate. You see, relatability, but people can relate to what they are. People can relate to what you are going through. It makes it easier. Like when I posts that have to do, when I make posts that have to do with women in the industry, most women can relate and be like, oh, when I was in something, I said something like this. Oh, I also said something like this. She tries to try. One thing I'll add is at the end of your post, your audience, there must be a task you have to give them. You can put like and comment. You can put the share. You can put follow. Just put a tag that benefits you at the end of the post. Don't just leave them hanging. Most of I didn't used to do that before until this year. And in this year, you see either click the link or link it in the comments. Like my post that was about 2 days ago was join the next call. So automatically people like, okay, let me see the link. They look for the link, then link is either in the comments or it's in the post and like here. So is your experience. Okay, next is your experience. So your experience, what I just say is okay, let me just summarize everything concerning your experience. Your job title is important. When your job title is structured, it's important. When you're starting in the industry, most of the time they give you generic job titles. Like I give me when I was at ARIC, they gave me technical intern. I'm a technical intern, but a technical intern can do like 50 things, can do like 100 things. So I put technical aircraft maintenance intern or technical intern that's aircraft maintenance. So you see, they give you a generic job title. You see, keywords are very important on LinkedIn. So they give you a generic job title. You can put the job title, then dash, then the specialization at the side so that the keyword can reflect. Then when you want to write what you do, like your description of your work, I always recommend what they call the Google XYZ method. The Google XYZ method, which is what you did, how you did it, and the results you got. There should always be numbers as much as possible. Me now, when I was at Arik, I'm using Arik because like just because most people are young people starting out in the industry. I was like collaborated with 5 plus of licensed aircraft maintenance engineers to carry out maintenance and repair operations on a Boeing 737-300 and a Bombardier Q-8Q400 aircraft on the system, the cabin compartments, the cargo compartments, the cockpit, the ailerons, all those places. So all those things, I wrote what I did, how I did it, and the results I got. And the results I got was to make sure that the aircraft was airworthy and to ensure flight safety. So that is the same thing that should go on LinkedIn. Then the dating should not be a problem. Dating should not be a problem. Then your education, it's important to put your school that you go to. Then now licenses and certifications, it is important to go for extra training. There are a lot of online training that you can go in, although not so much in aircraft maintenance, but in general aerospace, that you can actually go. It might not be aircraft maintenance as a whole, in particular, but it can even be related to aerospace in a whole, like a fabrication, like an aircraft system. So you can go aeronautics. You can try, just check online. Aerospace with online aerospace, you will see a lot. Although I'm like with Engineer Bright, because we have a partnership going on. So much like to supply you guys with resources that I use from my community for you guys to go. So now projects is important for when you're in school. Engage in projects as much as possible. It can never be underrated. Projects give you hands-on skills, technical skills for you to grow. Then the next is very related things, not just any generic program, not just any generic. It's good to volunteer, but if you're an aircraft maintenance engineer and you're volunteering for something in the medical field, for things that are related to engineering and tech, and the fact that tech and computer, but it should be within that engineering space. It makes it easier for you to harmonize your entire experience. There are recommendations when you work with people, try to get them to recommend you on LinkedIn so that you can boost your profile. Then I think that's majorly another advice is join organizations, relevant organizations that can help you. They are like international associations of engineers, IAENG. They are free. They have a free membership and they can give you resources and all that. They can actually check free engineering or free design. And some of them are paid. Paid ones are not bad. They are very good. In fact, if you pay for something, you will value it more than something that is free. So it is important to pay. So I would be rounding up the meeting things here. I don't know if there are any questions. That's number one. And number two, concerning the CV, there's a CV template for aircraft maintenance that I have generated and CV tips, and I'm going to be sending them to Engineer Bright so that they can forward to everyone on the group. So I will not be talking about the CV here because the templates are quite explanatory. And I think that's it for this session. I'm so sorry that I took so much time, but thank you very much for inviting me once again. I'm sincerely grateful. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. It is, she loaded us with a lot of values, and the fact that she's going to be sharing the CV templates that she has created. This CV template is something that she can put up there for sale, and people are going to pay for it. Yeah, I'm sure she has monetized it already, but she's going to be giving it to us free of charge. And we thank you, Annie, for that. And the topic here, we are talking about to move from, training to the field. To be able to move from training to the field, you need to understand how to, get your CV ready. That's the first thing per se. Get your CV ready. Position yourself properly in a place, in a way that institutions, companies, and even other people, colleagues, can see you. And it depends on how you are able to brand yourself out there. And the only professional field that we have, professional social media that we have where people would see you, is LinkedIn. That is why Annie is coming here to educate us on how to utilize LinkedIn. There are many testimonies of how people have been able to get jobs using LinkedIn. I have a mentee that I won't mention his name yet, but through LinkedIn, he was able to get resigned from his previous job and got a job just 1 month after from LinkedIn, just by being active. And he was able to reach out to the director of maintenance of some company, and from there the person called him to come to the office, and within a week he got the job. If he has not positioned himself properly in LinkedIn, he won't be able to get that job. So utilizing LinkedIn and optimizing your LinkedIn profile, and also getting your CV ready properly, present your do your CV properly, you find it difficult to get into get some opportunities. Not so difficult, but then it will place you steps ahead. So that being said, we thank you, Annie, for loading us with plenty values. We really appreciate. So the way we structure this meeting is that every speaker would speak, and as people during the course of the meeting, if you have a question for any of the speaker, you can always drop it in the chat. So at the end of each, the next speaker now will speak, and if you have any question regarding to what the person is saying, or any question, whatever, just drop it in the chat. At the end of each speaker's this thing, then we are going to now read your questions, and the speaker or anybody, maybe me or the speaker, would answer your question. So at the end of the speaking session, we'll be able to have the question and answer segment. So I'll leave you guys in the hands of Ore, so she continues with the anchoring of the event.
Oh, I thought I've muted. Thank you very much. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anthony. And thank you, Mr. Bright. That was such a wonderful session. Thank you so much. I'm sure that we all are jotting down some things and we have questions. Don't worry, we will answer all your questions. Just jotting down for question and answer. So we are going to answer each of the questions. So not to waste our time, because we are trying to be very time conscious. We are going to move on to the next stage, which is the topic is on skills and practical AME experience. And person that is going to be taking us for that section is engineer Mayowa Ibiyo. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon. You can take it up, sir.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank the management of VAMEC for this opportunity to reach out to mentees on the skills required, some of the skills required to excel in this wonderful career. And I'll start by saying, often at times, I see technicians wanting to graduate into being an engineer, and all that in their mind is just the license. Unfortunately, I would say to excel as an aircraft maintenance personnel, I'll use the word personnel because you could actually be a technician and you know your onions, and you would actually even be making it fulfilling your destiny and making it in terms of the financial aspect, even more than a licensed engineer. And what do I mean by that? You in the world of aircraft maintenance, there are so much broad scope to tap into, and getting that license, I think, is the minimum requirement for you to actually excel in the career. So I'll start by saying, just sharing an experience. When I came into the industry, I found out that whenever there are some kind of tax in aircraft maintenance, I found out that the next thing is the manual is requiring for some kind of special tools. Every little thing you hear special tools. And because of the unavailability of these special tools, often at times the work becomes stuck. So I began to think like, how can I contribute my own quota to solve this menace in the aviation in maintenance to say it. So then I begin whenever there is a like a stop show on tools, special tools. All I needed to do, I Google and I look at these tools. I see these things are things that can be fabricated here in Nigeria. So what did I do? I started building capacity, started doing some training, some form of training, coupled with the skills I already have. So we were able to like at least make something. We're able to make something out of that. And today I think when you hear the slogan, we do it foreign. It's not just a slogan. It has become a culture. And many AMOs, many of our clients are actually tapping into this. They are contacting us. Oh, we want to fabricate this, we want to fabricate Toba, we want to fabricate this tool and all that. And by God's grace, we've been delivering. So that is one aspect. Do I need to have a license to be able to deliver such in aircraft maintenance? The answer is no. So instead of us or personnel newly entrants into the industry to start pursuing, oh, they want to get license, they want to get this type rating. The truth of it is that the license numbers are skyrocketing. How many airlines do we have? How many maintenance organizations do we have? But the license numbers keep skyrocketing. And for those that may have observed, whenever there is a check going on here, it's like it's the same set of people. I began to ask, so where are the newly licensed people? Now, this is where it comes in. To be able to break that chain, to really come into the industry and come in strong, believe me, you need skills. You need to have skills. You need to have special set of skills. And these skills that we are talking about, they are not they are not difficult to learn. They are not like difficult to harness, but you find out that people, most OJTs, even when they are on the job, oh, they prefer to just do the clean work, the easy work. Oh, let me just remove and replace. And unfortunately, removal and installation engineers, they have less worth because you do not have a broad mind to look at what the problem really is. Your interest is just, oh, let me remove and replace. And if the problem is not solved, then your nightmare begins. So what am I saying in essence? As an aircraft maintenance technician or engineer or a new entrant in the industry, believe me, you must grow your skills. You must grow your skill sets. You must, as an A&C, you must be able to at least drill. You must be able to extract a screw. Because, for example, you're on a shift and you're supposed to maybe perform a task and you are battling with a panel, and overnight you cannot even loosen that panel because of one screw. What do you tell your manager in the morning? Sir, we are unable to perform that task. While another person who is on another shift has harnessed these skills. And whenever he is on shift, there is no ever stop show. Believe me, over 1 year, that other fellow who has harnessed this skill to actually make sure there is no stop show on his shift. Before you know what, he becomes a supervisor. Before you know what, he earns more than you. Before you know what, he becomes a manager. And I'll use myself as a very good example on this. I would say I joined the aviation industry in 2019. And since I joined the aviation industry, because of that skill set that was there, I didn't work for a month before I became a manager in the aviation industry. I worked for barely, let's say 3 weeks, and they were like, we want to make you the facility manager. Not just to oversee the maintenance of aircraft, now the facility of the entire training college. I don't know if you get it. And ever since then, believe me, I've always taken up roles as supervisor or managers. Facts. And why do this happen? It's because when you have skills, believe me, there can never be a stop show for you. Anyhow, they know when engineer XYZ is on the shift, there will not be any excuse because there are 1,001 reasons for show to stop when you are doing maintenance. There's a ground screw. Oh, and it's a stop show. Oh, there's a ground thread and it's a stop show. Oh, the panel is unable to come out and it's a stop show. I don't know if I'm making sense. So today, it's an opportunity to tell the new entrants or those that are having the passion to actually join this industry that please go to that welder shop beside your house. Please go and learn welding. Please go to that electrician, that electrical shop beside your house. Please go and learn how to make little fixes. Very, very, very important. Automobile. Oh, you are an aircraft maintenance engineer and you don't have tools. You cannot fix little fault on your vehicle. I'm sorry for you. You are not training yourself. And I don't want to use myself as much as a measure because it may be a little bit intimidating. Believe me, I can tell you that 16 years ago, I had a toolbox. I had not even finished university, but I started gathering toolbox. Buy this today, 13, 14, this today, buy that plier and all that. Today, I can tell you that I have a full store of tools. Do you know why? Our tools is one asset as an engineer that shows that you know what you are doing. I'm not saying if you do not have tools, you don't know what you are doing. You may not have tools, you may know what you are doing. But when you have tools, believe me, you know what you are doing. And unfortunately, or rather, I will say fortunately, I've had opportunity to work, to do ad hoc work in places. And believe me, whenever they want to do this, sir, I can do it. More money for me. So let me encourage you by the area of the money. I know the money is part of the reason. Yes, passion. You have the passion. We have this. Yes, that money. You must survive. You must live. Believe me, they call it the dirty jobs. That's the dirty hands. It dirties the hands because yes, this task you must use your brain. You must use your hand. You must kneel. Sometimes you must lie to perform some of these tasks. But believe me, you can never get it wrong gaining skills. So I tell you again, please and please harness skills, harness mechanical skills, harness electrical skills. As an A&P engineer, please do not make yourself electrically non-compliant. Learn electrics. As I am today, I cannot be on a team and there is an electrical snag and I cannot contribute. You know why? I trained myself. I joined so much groups online that they do electrical projects. These things are obtainable, but we find out that young people, what do we do with our phones? Oh, we're always on yeah, in social media. Believe me, there are training groups. There are training sites where mere seeing some pictures is enough to stick there. Someday, believe me, you have a challenge, and that picture, it is what is coming through your head. And believe me, you are solving it. So while you spend some of your time watching those dance videos, those singing videos and all that, please devote a fraction of your time also to learn online. Believe me, you can never you will never get it wrong because you stand out. You would have opportunities to come in for OJT. Believe me, it is your skills that will make you stand out. It is your skills that will make an employer see you and say, I want to hire this person. I'll give an example. I at a point, my former job, I felt like, no, I can't do this anymore. And I resigned. I just resigned. Like, I just woke up and no, this is not what I planned for myself. And I resigned. So I had an ad hoc job, like a contract job outside. I was supposed to run for like maybe 8 weeks. And believe me, in the first week, while I was working, the management of that organization said, we'll employ this. But they did not know I understand the language they were speaking. They were like, we were going to employ this person. And believe me, within a week or two, we were already negotiating on my employment. What did they see? Skill. And you know what skill will make you do? Your skills will make you organized. Your skills will make you composed. When you have skills, believe me, your manner of approach to any challenge will be totally different. The way you analyze, the way you will speak with a certain level of confidence. And that virtues, those characteristics, those qualities can never be undernoticed. Believe me, So as entrants into this industry, you want to join an AMO, you want to join the line maintenance or the base maintenance, please and please, I beg of you, please learn skills. I'm so much delighted with this initiative from VAMEC. It is one initiative that I would call a million opportunity. It's a million opportunity for the young ones because while we were coming into this industry, we never had an opportunity to be spoken to. I never knew anything about aviation. I never knew anything about aircraft. We just entered into the industry blindly. And here we are today. Now imagine if, as at then, we even had someone to mentor us. You could imagine what we would have known by now. You could imagine what where we would have gotten to by now. So please and please, I beseech every mentee on this platform. I beseech everybody who really has the passion for aircraft maintenance. Please, please take this opportunity like your life depends on it. The mentorship program, I believe, definitely at some point you will be assigned to some mentors and all that. Please and please don't take it for granted, because I can tell you, in summary of all what I've said, that is your path to success. So I want to draw the curtain close on this topic here by saying your skills are your path to success in the aviation industry. Your skills can never be overemphasized. Anywhere you go, believe me, they know. If this guy, no, once you call him, it is soft. They know you will become a solution provider. You will become an answer to every question. So here and here, I would again want to appreciate the management of VAMEC for this golden opportunity to also share a part of what we have learned over the years in the industry. And we believe very soon our mentees would grow to also become mentors. Thank you very much, sir.
Wow. That is powerful. From our big man, I call him our big man. We do it foreign. Thank you very much, Engineer Mayowa. He has always been there for us right from the beginning. He always speaks to us, from the idea stage. I walked up to him one day and I spoke to him about what I was trying to do with VAMEC, and he was like, yes, I'm totally in, and he has been in right from the beginning. He's part of, on the next episode of our Voices of VAMEC series that we do, he's going to be there, and we'll release the video soon. Thank you, Engineer Mayowa.
Thank you very much, sir.
I really appreciate your time. And you see, just to buttress the point you have made, a lot of people do think that you have to be an engineer to to be recognized. You can be a technician and be recognized. You can be a fitter and be recognized. It's just unfortunate that the industry pays the engineer higher than the technician, but which is not so. I don't think it's supposed to be so. Although the work of an engineer is to think. Think and provide solutions to problems. As a technician, you should be able to work out things, to use your hands and solve problems. right? And not that you as an engineer cannot, you must also be able to do the same thing the technician is doing. So in this field, to survive, you need hands-on skills. You need to learn every day. You need to have curiosity. You need to always be there. You need to be very hardworking. See, in the early stage of this career, it is very, very heartbreaking, because you think you are not growing. You think you are suffering. You know, you can give up along the way because you won't be seeing the outcome of of all your struggles. But I tell you, just like Engineer Mayowa will say, believe you me, believe you me, along the line, you are going to see the result of your hard work. So keep going, don't stop. Get your skills, get your knowledge, get prepared your CV. These are the things that will get you ready to get into the industry. And the next stage is that you need to now know the fields that you can get into, the things that, the fields where you would excel the most, right? I'll give an example. When I started off, I wanted to do everything. I was everywhere, you know, because I was so curious. I was learning this, learning that, learning airframe, learning engine, going to the avionics workshop, because of where I started from was an hangar that had every section. So there was a time my electrical supervisor just grabbed me onto his himself, that I won't go anywhere. I have to work in electrical with him. I worked there for just a week and then I ran away because I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. So I went back to the engine workshop, and that was where I was excelling. So for you to be able to understand where you are supposed to be, you also need to, know the various fields that you can go into. Then you can have a feel of each, understand everything, and then know the one that you would excel at. So to help us, somebody to talk to us about this particular field, we'll call on Engineer Radda, who has been a devout VAMEC member, is a mentor in our HangarDrive mentorship program. He has been with us also for a long time. I think he was the first person that registered as a mentor in this mentorship program. I really, really appreciate him. We welcome you, Engineer Radda. You can take us from here now. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Engineer Bright. I think it's a great pleasure being with you all. So pardon me, like we all know, sometimes engineers were on the go and we are not in one place. And that's the reason for the network fluctuation. Yes, I'm a bit in a noisy background, but I will do my best to keep it as quiet as possible. So I will start by appreciating Engineer Miss Annie and Engineer Mayowa for doing a very good job demystifying the field of aircraft maintenance engineering, basically. And I would like to, before I introduce myself, as well, mention that what Engineer Annie has done is incredibly what you just need. A proper presentation of who you are, your competencies, is all that will sell you. Perhaps what someone may not see on a paper, black and white, that person may see in what Engineer Mayowa has said, skills, your selling point tomorrow. So I am Engineer Radda Abubakar Abdullahi, and I am an A&P engineer holding the American FAA A&P mechanic license and the Nigerian NCAA A&C mechanic license, and I just obtained my YASA B1, B2. The B1 is the equivalent of the A&P equivalent of A and C in the Nigerian term, and the B2 dual. And like Engineer Mayowa mentioned, it is not how much time you have. I think I'm talking to you on the different parts in this field. Like Engineer Mayowa mentioned, he is an A and C, and engineer myself, I am an A&P, and like Engineer Mayowa mentioned, very important that you have your basics on electricals. So some of the options that you have as career pathways in the industry. Aircraft maintenance, you have the avionics or the B2 according to EASA, and avionics by the FAA also, which is the electrician, rewire. When you go back to the regular mechanics, roadside mechanics that we know, ways you have to necessarily work
I don't know if it is my network, but I think Engineer Radda, you're skipping, I guess.
Is maintenance. You nothing but maintenance, repairs, and overhaul station that is able to carry what we call heavy checks. Now you may decide to be a line guy. You want to work in the line. That is where most of the pressure is. Your side, please. Can you confirm others? Can you hear me? Engineer,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Engineer Bright.
Yes, we can hear you very well now.
Hear me now? I think it's the network. Gentlemen, ladies, can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. We are here, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
So sorry, the reception is really bad. So can you recall where I was cut off so that I can go back a bit and restart?
I think you were talking about line and base.
Okay. So yes, I said we have the line and base maintenance, and we have the MRO facility for the network link. Are we together? Hello?
Yes, sir. We are together.
Okay.
Yes,
all right then.
Yeah.
So the MRO is nothing but the maintenance, repair, and overhaul station, an approved maintenance organization that is tasked with the responsibility of carrying out heavy maintenance activities, say from the C1 check upwards to the D check. Right? Now you may choose to be a regular kind of person that wants to work either as an A&C, A&P, or B1, B2, or B2 only in the hangar space where you go and you have a regular schedule. Because the line maintenance, in as much as we try to maintain regular schedules, sometimes, or let me say quite often, you do find yourself working irregularly, right? So you may choose to be an A&C, you may choose to be a B2 or avionics, you may choose to be an NDT specialist, you may choose to go and join the planning department as a planning engineer, or you want to be in technical records, or you can decide to be a quality inspector. Now, the quality inspectors are supposed to be experienced engineers turned quality inspectors. Because if you don't know what the engineers do out there in the field, what are you going to inspect? What will you be certifying? What will you be endorsing? Right? So, like Engineer Bright said, he joined and started in 2019. Myself, I came on board fully into the mechanic or engineering environment 2022, to be precise, February. That was when I did my basic aircraft technician course. And like he emphasized the need for you to have skills. That was exactly what I did. I devoted myself, I devoted my time and resources from that 2022 through 2024. I gained all of these licenses. And right before then, in the same 2022, I acquired my aircraft dispatch license. So skills are important. It's not just what you have on paper, but what you can do. In as much as you have an excellent CV, but you're not able to articulate that, you're not able to practicalize that, it means nothing to anyone and everyone. And I would like to emphasize what Annie said. Your LinkedIn profile is important. Display what your primary career path is on your LinkedIn. Support it with those associated skills. Very, very important. Go to the electrician by the roadside, go to the mechanic by the roadside, whoever it is, the welder, gain some skills. You never know when it will become relevant and where it will matter. Right? So we do not have only the A and C's and the B ones. We have quality inspectors in engineering. We have the technical record guys. You can be an engineer and you decide to move into the technical records. You can go and become an NDT specialist, any aspect of the NDT or all of it. There are different kinds of NDT inspections that happen. You can be in the wheels and brake shop. You can be in the workshop directly working on components as an engineer. So you have quite a number of fields. Now, like Engineer Mayowa rightly mentioned, we never had this opportunity of getting the right information at the right time. If we did, maybe things would have been better. But you have this golden privilege that you need to take the great advantage of, leverage on this, and let it be your stepping stone into a lifelong career path. Do not hesitate to ask questions. They say there is not a stupid question, and the only thing stupid is you not asking. Feel free at any point in time you have a question, throw it out to anybody that you think is readily available to answer. Now, that is also a skill that you need to master. Interpersonal relationship. Very critical for success in whichever path you choose. Whether you're a B1, B2, whether you're an A and C, whether you're an A and P, whether you're in the workshop, you need to have good working relationship with anyone and everyone. There are quite a number of people that may not like you for no reason, just because of who you are. Maybe because you seem too intelligent, you're asking very relevant questions and they don't know. So they pick up on you. Do not let that discourage you. And do not be a jumpy person. If you have a passion, chase that passion. Very, very important. Only when you're passionate about something, you will chase it and you will do it diligently and do it well. Do not jump into anything without asking relevant questions, without having justifications for why you're doing what you're doing. Currently, I'm not practicing in the field anymore. I am an instructor and I am the chief operating officer of Rano Air. I just joined Rano last week. I was with Max Air before now. I have had the privileges of working with a number of companies outside Nigeria, in the US, in the UK, on ad hoc basis. Situation
I think the network is bad. Let's wait. Maybe we'll hear immediately. Okay, while we wait for him, I'll just continue to, buttress the point he's making. There are many fields in this. There are many, fields you can venture into in this industry. Another person that can give us a very, very good understanding of this is one of our mentor here, and he's still on the call, Engineer Akinrotoye Samuel. He has a series on YouTube that he has created that would help you to understand different fields, not just in aircraft maintenance engineering, even in aviation generally. I'll try to share. We'll try to share the link to the videos in the VAMEC WhatsApp community. If you are not on the VAMEC WhatsApp community, please join. You can go to our website, vamec.com.ng, and join the community through the website. And then from there, you get a lot of updates about things that we are planning to do. While we wait for Engineer Radda, we are going to be having what we call the tech forum. This one is for people who are already in the industry. I'll just say it here, but then it's for people who are already in the industry. The tech forum will basically be for engineers in the industry. We share technical information based on your.
I am back again.
Oh, welcome back. So I'll give the updates later. Let's let Engineer Radda finish up. Thank you.
So sorry, I was almost rounding up. I was just emphasizing on what Engineer Annie has said, that your presentation does matter, and what Engineer Mayowa rightly said, skills. In as much as you are presentable, you don't have the right skills, you will not go anywhere in this job. So the right skills, the right presentation, and above and beyond, the right behavior, right maintenance practices, right attitude, right character is what will keep you in the job, is what will keep you employed. I want to plead with you all. Do not be shy, do not hesitate to ask any question. Don't think there is anything as a such thing as a stupid question. Feel free, confront anyone, not confrontational, but meet up with anyone, connect with people, and network. Network. LinkedIn is a very good platform for that. And your career path should be dependent on your passion, on your interest, on your skill sets. And later on, when you are getting towards retirement, then you can decide to choose. Are you going into the authority? Are you moving towards quality? Not to say those are not important areas in this field, but a lot of people find themselves, since you've lost quite an ample amount of energy, you want to now go back into. So I wish you the very best in your career path, and I hope to. I know the industry seems very big, but I will tell you this: it's a very small one, regardless of the big size that it seems to have. I'm sure we'll get to meet in one way or the other, either in the classroom, in the hangar, line maintenance, or maybe general conferences here and there, seminars. Wishing you the very best, and feel free any day, anytime. Reach out through VAMEC, and we are readily available to help with any answers as we may know. If we don't know, as always, we will industry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Though the network wanted to mess things up, but thank God we got everything you said. You have been amazing. We wish you the best in your new role. We know you are going to kill it. So
thank you very much.
God bless you for coming. And we are going to be having our question and answer session after right now. If you have any question for any of the speaker or me or anybody, kindly drop your questions very quickly. And also, the time is almost up. This meeting is supposed to finish by 1:30, but we'll give a little bit time for question and answer because it's very important. We want to make sure people are able to leave here with answers more than questions. So the next stage, if you have any answer or any question, I mean, please just unmute and ask your question. If your question is short, you can also drop on the chat. Let's quickly treat it. We have strong hands here who I'm very sure will be able to provide answers to any questions that we have. Thank you very much. Ore, you can also help read questions from the chat if we have any. So guys, don't wait, don't be shy, don't hesitate. If you have any question, just like Engineer Radda said, there's no stupid answer. If you don't answer, that's when they are stupid. So if you don't ask the question, so please ask questions. Okay, there's a question here from Adeshola Susan. She says, "Good afternoon, I'm Susan, my third year in aerospace engineering student. Okay, I'd love to ask about the skills. What skills? Can you make your question? Can you unmute and just ask your questions properly, if you can?" Susan, okay, let me just assume you are asking about the skills that you need to acquire to get into the field, right? If you were here during when Engineer Mayowa was speaking, I think he spoke a lot about you getting hands-on skills like electrical skills. You need to get your hands. You have to understand. Okay, I think another question. Okay, no. Okay, I think he mentioned about you need to have your hands-on skills ready. You need to be able to get your hands dirty, wire locking, servicing. All these things are things you would learn along the line during your time in the industry. But while you are still learning, you need to open up your mind and your body and everything to learn anything that would be of benefit for you in the future in the industry. Yeah. So I don't know if I've been able to answer your question, Susan. If I have, just drop a like, just drop an emoji. If I have not, also unmute and maybe make your questions more clearer. So are you talking about soft skill? Are you talking about practical skill? Are you talking about which other skills you're talking about? So while we wait for you, let's read the next question. Can VAMEC provide or facilitate OJT placement for upcoming aircraft students? At the moment, no. But in the future, in the nearest future, we hope to do that as we try to strengthen our partnership with airlines and other AMOs around or MROs around. We want to be able to help people to get placement for this because this is a very vital aspect. But for now, we have not been able to get to that position. We're just starting up. VAMEC officially started November last year. So right now we are just like, how many months? 4 months. So we are still working towards getting that. But we believe that maybe let's see, this year, or I don't want to give a timeline, but in the nearest future, we'll be able to do that. We'll strengthen our relationship and we'll be able to help more people with OJT placement and, you know, IT students also to get somewhere they can do their IT. That will be a very big milestone for us. So Ajiboye Mark, I think I've been able to answer that question. HMD Global. All right. Is there a special website that will be shared for the CV template for engineers by? No. Annie is going to send the CV templates to me. I'm going to share the CV templates in our WhatsApp community. If you need link to our WhatsApp community, you have to register, sign up as a member of VAMEC on our website, which is vamec.com.ng, right? Sign up as a member. Immediately you sign up, an email will be sent to you. And on the end of the sign up page, you would see the link to our WhatsApp community. You click the link and you join the community. You can get access to the CV template. If you can't find the CV template, you can reach out to our admins on the group to help you with CV template. So we'll share it with you. Susan, okay, Susan is, I heard about electrical skills, welding and all, but I'd love to know if getting CAD, simulation and any etc is right too. Yeah, all these things are very, very relevant. No skill is lost, right? No skill at all is lost. You see, let me use myself as an example. While going about learning my aircraft work, I was busy learning web designing. I was busy learning graphic designing, the branding and everything, the logo, the website of VAMEC. I created it by myself. So you see, no skill no skill can go to waste. Do you understand? So you never can tell when this skill is going to come to play. So learn anything learnable. Don't stop learning. Learning does not stop, actually. So just learn anything you can learn. Look at what you want to achieve and look at the things that might help you to achieve that and just start learning. Yeah. So nothing is too small. CAD is very good. Simulation, perfect. Anything you can think of. Yeah. Nana, the website is vamec.com, VAMEC. I'm typing it now. I'm typing it to you. .com.ng. Right? I just sent it to you now. So Engineer Blessing is asking, can you help with the names and locations of schools which offer licensing like IASA, B1, B2, FAA, and other aviation certificates? This one I'll give to Engineer Radda to answer if he's still with us. Engineer Radda, are you still here? I don't think he's here. Engineer Blessing, if you are in the group, you can contact me directly. Right now, I can't mention off the top of my head, but I know a few of these schools that you can do your IASA B1, B2. Usually they are abroad, but there are some in Africa that you can do. I would assume you are not in Nigeria, I would assume. So if you are in Nigeria, let me know. If you're outside Nigeria, I can also give you a few. So, but just reach out to me on our WhatsApp community, or you can send me an email. My email address is ibeli. I'm typing it to the comment section. .bright@vamec.com.ng. .ng. All right. So you can always reach out to me. Okay, you are from Zimbabwe. All right. There is a school in Tanzania. I think Zimbabwe should be not too far. I don't know. Not too far from Tanzania, maybe. And just message me on my email. That is my email there. If you have any more question or anything you need to ask, send me an email. I would always respond to your mail. Mark Ajiboye is saying, I also have a question for Miss Annie. What are the major skills required to thrive and grow in the NDT aspect of? Okay, Annie is not currently here. I'm going to refer you. You can follow Annie on our LinkedIn. She will definitely respond to you. Just search Annie Ojewumi. Let me see. Annie. On LinkedIn, and follow her, and you can always go through her pages. She has very good content that will definitely help you, and you can ask her questions. So can you send us the recording for the session? We will upload the recording of this to YouTube. Okay. We'll upload the recording on YouTube and we'll send to the WhatsApp community for everybody to view. Okay. We'll upload it on YouTube. Somebody is asking, how do I join the WhatsApp community? Just go to the website, vamec.com.ng. And if you can't, I don't know, let me see. Okay, you can always join the community from the website. You'll find it there. I think that is all for now. That's the whole questions we have for now. We have overshot our time by 7 minutes. I think we are not too bad. So thank you for your questions. I'm just going to give you a few updates on what we are going to do next. The Hanger Talk is still ongoing, and it will continue over the next 2 months. And for now, we are going to release our next episode of our Voices of VAMEC series, where we invite in a guest, and we have a very good discussions based on a specific topic. Our next topic, our next VAMEC, Voices of VAMEC series, we are going to upload on YouTube this month. The discussion is with Engineer Mayowa. We spoke a lot about different issues, which I believe is going to be of value to you all. And we are going to launch our VAMEC forum for engineers in the industry. In the VAMEC forum, this forum will be divided into different aircraft and their models, and anybody who is rated on each of that is rated on an aircraft can join their specific group, where if they have issues or they have any technical problems, they can always help out with their I can ask a question in the group if I have a problem, and other people in the group who are also engineers can answer questions and help out with challenges that anybody is facing. It's a tech forum, is serious task. It's serious stuff. So we're going to launch it later this month, and we hope we'll be able to help people with that. So that is all that we have for now. We just got a question. Okay, let me read this last question and then we can end the meeting. Somebody say, please, who is that? Kindly mute your mic, sorry. So, Twist is asking, good afternoon. I just concluded my AME training at Engr. Oh, nice. Not yet type rated. At the organization within Nigeria, that employs engineers without type rating, and how do we go about it? Sure, definitely. That is why we did this kind of webinar. You have to, first of all, make sure you are visible. You make sure you are visible. You make your making sure you are visible is one of the things Annie has answered. You know, she talked about how you can make your LinkedIn pop and how you can prepare your CV very well. You prepare yourself. The organizations, every airline in this country can employ you without having a type rating. Yeah, you have your license, right? You can be employed without having a type rating. I was employed without having a type rating, and my employer type rated me on all the aircraft type rating that I have. So you can definitely do that. All airlines can employ you without type rating. The only K-leg that is there is that they would prefer to employ somebody who is rated on the aircraft that they have. Chuku, I will give you time to talk now. They prefer to employ somebody who is rated on the aircraft type that they have, because now that person is a step ahead of you, right? But then sometimes some airlines will just prefer to just get in people who are not rated at all, so they can be able to mold them by themselves. So it depends on the organization's goal and what they want. You understand? So don't just stay and stand and say, okay, you're just waiting for type rating before you start applying. Just start applying to any airlines that you see, any MRO that you see. Just get into spaces, make yourself visible. You're going to get a job. So Chuku, you can ask your question, then we can round up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Bright, and those who have spoken earlier. I don't have a question. I just want to contribute something to the question that the guy asked.
Okay.
So my name is Nonsu. I'm an engineer with ANAPJET.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I've been seeing VAMEC over time on LinkedIn, and I followed it when I saw it initially. I liked the concept, and massive thanks to Bright for bringing something like this out for young people who are willing to venture into the industry. I promise you, this is not just a random avenue. It's something you have to take very seriously and be grateful for. Because when we came into the industry, 2016, 2017, I promise you, nobody had the time to give you these instructions, these inductions that you're getting right now. You buy food for engineers, you walk and walk, you trek, irrelevant movement, irrelevant errands, just to make sure that you feel the pain of being an engineer or a technician at the time. Nobody cares about you so much at the time. You guys are so lucky to have a guy who has thought within himself to bring something like this for us to learn and help ourselves grow in the industry and thrive as well. So what I'm going to say in essence is the guy asking about how to get an engineering job, an aircraft engineering job without a license, bro, it's very possible. I can tell you. But importantly, when you come into the industry, let me start from how you get it. Like how I did it when I came to the industry newly, I applied to all the airlines in this airport. That was how passionate I was on this job. And there's no how you'd apply to all the airlines in this airport, all the AMOs, all the MROs, and none of them will look at you and call you, or somebody inside the industry, inside the facility. We're here. We've been in the industry for a while. At least you can just reach out to one of us. We can find a way to talk to somebody that knows somebody that will help you get in. That's the essence of having a community like this. So another thing I'm going to say is, when you eventually get that spot to come into the industry as an engineer without type rating, licensed engineer without type rating, I would advise you to not look at the money side for now, because that's where a lot of people get it wrong. Like I listened to what Mayowa was saying, Engineer Mayowa, that if you don't have the knowledge, I promise you're going to mess yourself up. Because you might be given a task, and because you don't know what to do, you'd mess it up. And of course, like they'll say, pardon me, your bomb will open in public, and they will see that this one is an Olodo. So it's better that you calm down, learn the job. From my experience, I worked for 2 years when I came into the industry, 2016, 2017, 2018, without a dime of salary. But because I wanted to learn the job, I was doing everything. Maintenance planning, I was there. Quality, I was there. Line maintenance, I was there. Because I have passion for this and I want to do it. I want to learn it. I saw engineers who were working with us at the time, senior engineers with all the ratings without knowledge. Go and replace a starter generator, it becomes a problem. Because they went for the papers without the knowledge. I'd advise you guys that once you come into the industry, don't just start looking for money. Money will come with time. Learn the job. Have a skill set. There are a lot of things to learn. There's rules and bricks to do. There's NDT. There's boroscope. What else? A lot of them. When you come in, when you ask questions, you will learn things, you will know things about the industry. And I promise you, you're going to thrive. But importantly, learn the job. Learn the job. Have knowledge. So that when your guy gives you a task to perform, you perform it without thinking twice, without looking for who to help you, without looking at AI, looking at ChatGPT. Learn to troubleshoot. Go on YouTube, learn how to use multimeters. Learn a lot of things. The internet is wide open for you to learn everything you want to learn. So I think I'll hit my mic here. Thank you very much, Bright. Well done.
Thank you so much, Engineer Chuku. I really, really appreciate your input. It means a lot to me. And I would like to, reach out to you if you don't mind. You can maybe drop me your contact, or maybe if you're following me on LinkedIn, just give me a chat on LinkedIn. We can talk. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
No, Allah. Thank you, man. All the best.
Yeah. Questions keep pouring in. I'm trying to end this meeting. So they say a female AM is highly hired in aviation. Yes, there is this thing of female privilege that I would say is still working. When you're a female and you're coming into a field where it's male dominated, on the management aspects, they tend to want to get at least one woman into at least their ranks. So there's no discrimination if you are a female or not. So far you can do the work, nobody cares, right? So there are spaces for female, definitely. We have many female engineers in the industry. And if you are a female that don't want to do hard work too much, there are other like hand work with your hand. You can go into maintenance planning. You can go into quality. You can go into inspections. Inspection, you have to also, So all these fields are easier for a woman to do. But if you are the type that wants to get your hands dirty, you can come into the industry. There's no discrimination of female or male. So far you know your onion. So Akonde Blessing is asking, I recently joined the group and I'm currently undergoing a system course, Engr 145 and Challenger. I'm looking to secure an OJT opportunity. Where can I apply the theoretical knowledge I'm gaining? If anyone can offer guidance, recommendation, or point me in the right direction. Right now, for you now, if you're looking for OJT opportunity, you are doing your system course. I think you should be thinking big now. Yeah. Let me put Engineer Samuel on the spot. Please unmute your mic and help me answer this question, please.
I've been caught red-handed. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Engineer Bright. Good afternoon, Engineer Mayowa, Engineer Radda.
Yes.
Yeah. And Engineer Chuku, nice meeting you. I just liked your vibe already. So to the question, when you said system course, I was reading the question. I was like, okay, do you mean type rating? I don't want to assume or presume that it's type rating. But if it's type rating, then you, like what Enya Bright said, you should be thinking big. So now that you're undergoing your type course, I would say, first of all, you should begin to target your companies where you can practice what you've learned in class. So right now, basic steps I can give you now is like this. Just take a sheet of paper, start doing your research. All the airlines that are using the Embraer 135, 145 legacy, and did she edit? Okay, because the Challenger has disappeared. So that's what made me got confused if you're doing a type course, because I was wondering how were you doing a system course that is combining Embraer and Challenger. So okay, so you've edited out the Challenger. So since it's just Embraer, list out all the airlines. Like Engineer Chuku now, as a person, I think he said he's working in ANABJET. So Engineer Chuku, I believe ANABJET should have an Embraer 135, 145 legacy. So that's an airline you can put into consideration. Then the commercial airlines, scheduled airlines, private jets companies, you should list them all out. Just randomly start applying. Go to if you can get their locations, their administrative offices, I would suggest you apply, because you might have issues accessing the tarmac, maybe because you don't have an ODC. So you can go to the administrative headquarters, apply, try to make contacts, follow on LinkedIn people who you can find that are type rated on the Embraer, build a network like what Engineer Radda said, build a strong network, ask questions, tell them that please you need an OJT, let your CV really, really, really explain that you have done your type course. So you need an OJT for endorsing your type course. So, and like what Inachiku said, for now, I know you are dreaming big, but for now, leave the money aspect. You need the OJT to get your type endorsed, and you also need a place to work even after your OJT. So for now, you can just let them know you need the OJT for experience and to endorse, and just get those airlines, meet people, and send your letters for OJT employment. So OJT opportunity. So that's the first step you can get.
All right. That's very good. Thank you for helping us to answer that question perfectly. So he's clapping already. So that means he likes the response. So thank you all very much. I think we have exhausted our time here. I really appreciate everybody for being here. We are going to upload the recording on YouTube, and then we share it on the WhatsApp group. For those who don't know how to get into the WhatsApp group, if you follow me on LinkedIn, just ask me to share you the link to the WhatsApp group. My name is Ibeli Bright. So, Ibelih Bright on LinkedIn. Follow me and ask me questions. I'll give you the link if you can't get it through the website. So thank you all very much. Thank you to our speakers. They really, really did a good one here. And I hope this meeting has been able to, help one or two people going forward. God bless us all, and I wish everybody a lovely weekend. So enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.